question says, can I answer arithmetic style questions? So on a Friday for the past few weeks you have been completing a bit of an arithmetic test, and that test assesses your knowledge on addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and fractions. And today we're going to have a little look through some questions that I think you might be finding a bit tricky at home. So the first one we're thinking about if we need to use the inverse. Now the inverse is the opposite, but not all missing number questions need you to use the inverse. So I've got a couple here on the board. So 5,645 add something equals 6,632. So I've got this amount and I need to add something else to get to 6,632. For this question, we do need to use the inverse. And the inverse of addition is subtraction. So we're going to have a go at answering this question. So 6,632, making sure we start with our biggest number because we're doing a subtraction. And we're going to take away our other number, 5,645. Okay, so I've got 2 and I need to take 5 away. Now I know I can't do that, so I'm going to go next door. The 3 becomes a 2 and this 2 becomes a 12, and then 12 take away 5. So 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. 2 take away 4, again I know I can't do, so I'm going to cross out the 6, that becomes a 5, and the 2 here again becomes a 12, so 12 take away 4, 8. 5 take away 6, again I know I can't do that, so the 6 is going to become a 5, and this 5 is then 15. 15 take away 6 is 9. And then 5 take away 5 is 0. Now you can write the 0 in, but it doesn't matter if you don't. So I think that our missing number is 987. And what we can do is we can check our calculation now to make sure that that is correct. So I'm just going to get rid of that one so I've got a little bit more space. And I'm now going to do the calculation that we've written. So 5,645 adds 987, making sure that I've lined up those digits correctly. So 5 add 7 is 12, carry the 1. 8 add 4 is 12, add the 1 more is 13, carry the 1. 9 add 6, or 6 add 9 is 15, add 1 more is 16, carry the 1, and then 5 add 1 is 6. These two numbers should be exactly the same, and they are, so that one must be correct. So let's have a little look at this next one then. So this time we've got 6,792, take away something equals 5,480. Now for this one we don't need to use the inverse, so I'm just going to do this number, take away this number. So 6,792, take away 5,480. So 2 take away 0 is 2, 9 take away 8 is 1, 7 take away 4 is 3, and 6 take away 5 is 1. So I think my missing number is 1,312. And again, we're just going to check that by completing this calculation to see if we get the same answer. So again, 6,792, take away 1,312. We want to get this number here. So 2 take away 2 is 0. 9 take away 1 is 8. 7 take away 3 is 4. And then 6 take away 1 is 5, which is the same. So we know that our missing number is correct. Now I also wanted to do a quick recap on short multiplication for you. and how we tackle these questions. So we always start with our ones column, and we start by doing that multiplication there. So 5 times 3, 5, 10, 15. So we write down the ones and carry the 10. Then we need to do these numbers. So 4 times 3, 4, 8, 12. Add our extra 1 to make 13. So 45 multiplied by 3 is 135. Let's move on to this one then. So we're going to start by completing this calculation. 6 times 4, 6, 12, 18, 24. So we write down the 4 and we carry the 2. Then we're going to complete this calculation. 3 times 4, 3, 6, 9, 12. Add 2 more, so 12 add 2 is 14. So 36 multiplied by 4 is 144. Our final one for today then, 8 times 9. If you're unsure of this one, remember for your 9s you can use your fingers. So I know that 9 times 8 is 72. So I'm going to write the 2 and carry the 7. And then we've got this calculation to do. So 6 times 9 or 9 times 6. I know that 6 times 9 is 54, and then I've got 7 more to add. So 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. So 68 multiplied by 9 is 612. Now all of your stars today are asking you to answer some arithmetic style questions using your knowledge of the 4 operations or fractions. If you are unsure on anything that we've covered in a previous video, please have a look back at that one and that will explain how to do those questions. But as always, I want you to make sure that you check your answers for silly mistakes.